Was it worth the risk? Could it have continued? Maybe. But for Dale Earnhardt, racing was never about playing it safe. It was about winning no matter the cost. Known as the Intimidator, Earnhardt built a legacy on fearless driving, raw grit, and total control. With 76 wins and 7 championships, he wasn't just a driver. He was the face of NASCAR. But on February 18, 2001, during the Daytona 500, everything changed in an instant. It was the final lap. Earnhardt wasn't leading, but he didn't need to be. Up ahead were his son, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and teammate Michael Waltrip, battling for the win. Behind them, Earnhardt played defense, blocking the pack with precision. It was a calculated move: protect the lead cars, secure the victory. Then in turn 4 it happened. A light tap from Sterling Marlin sent Earnhardt's car off balance. At racing speed, even the smallest contact can turn deadly. His car veered, snapped upward, and collided with Ken Schrader before slamming head-on into the wall. At first, it didn't look catastrophic. No fire, no violent spin, just a hard hit, one fans had seen countless times before. But this time was different. Schrader reached Earnhardt's car first. One look inside, and he stepped back. Something was wrong. Earnhardt was rushed to the hospital. The track fell silent. And at 5:16 p.m., the news came: Dale Earnhardt Sr. was gone. The cause? A basilar skull fracture, a devastating injury caused by sudden, violent deceleration. It happens in a split second. There's no warning, no time to react. And tragically, it was the kind of injury that might have been prevented. At the time, head and neck restraint systems, like the Hans device, weren't mandatory. Earnhardt himself had resisted using one, believing it limited movement. That decision would change the sport forever. Because after that day, NASCAR was forced to confront a hard truth. If a driver like Earnhardt could die in what looked like a survivable crash, no one was safe. What followed was a complete safety revolution. The Hans device became mandatory. Tracks replaced concrete walls with energy-absorbing barriers. Cars were redesigned with stronger cockpits, better restraints, and improved impact protection. Every detail, from seat positioning to helmet technology, was re-examined. And the results were undeniable. Since 2001, not a single driver has died in a NASCAR Cup Series race. Earnhardt's death didn't just mark the end of a legend, it saved lives. Every driver who walks away from a crash today owes part of that survival to him. But beyond the safety changes, his legacy lives on in something deeper. For fans, the black number 3 car became more than a symbol. It became a reminder of risk, of sacrifice, of how quickly everything can change. And for his son, Dale Jr., that moment became fuel. He carried the Earnhardt name forward, not just as a driver, but as a voice for safer racing and a bridge to a new generation. What makes this story so haunting isn't the crash itself, it's how ordinary it looked. No explosion, no chaos, just a quiet, brutal reminder that in racing, physics doesn't care who you are. But the world did. And because of that, one final lap didn't just end a career, it reshaped an entire sport. If this story stayed with you, let me know in the comments. Where were you when it happened?